What's up, you guys? How are you doing today? So in this video I just want to share my opinion on why I think marriages don't last these days, and I'm doing it in a different kind of style. It's a vlog and I'm still talking. So if you enjoyed this kind of video, let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up.
Hi guys, good morning. So today I want to go and retouch my hair. You guys don't really want to see what is under the scarf. I don't know why my camera is not working. I thought I found a solution, but apparently not. You guys don't really want to see what I have under this scarf. I've had this cornrows for like 6 weeks now, and yeah, but it has grown. That's the good part. I have like a lot of undergrowth, so I want to retouch it. I've been in this country for like what now, almost a year, and I've never been to a salon. I've retouched my hair like twice during the course of the year, and I did it myself, but today I don't want to do it myself, so I want to go to the salon to do it. So guys, the question is, why do marriages fail these days? And I'm not even saying that this is the only time that marriages have started to fail. Marriages have been failing since marriage started, right? And it's not just one thing, 10 things that cause marriages to fail. There are like 1,001 reasons, and you know, I just want to talk about the ones that I've seen that are really prevalent. And you know, it's not a conversation that we are going to stop having. We are going to continue to have this conversation. We are going to continue to have these conversations, you know, for the longest time, as long as we can. And I mean, I just want to start it. Hair is done, beauty is restored. So I'm in the Nigerian store. My husband said he has not eaten village rice before, so I want to make village rice for today. I allowed the hair lady to just do her thing. I didn't give her like any instructions or whatever, because I normally don't use heat on my hair every time, so I just allowed that to go all in. And yeah, I think she did a great job. But the part I didn't like, that I never like, is when they trim my hair. But I mean, you have to cut the split ends to allow room for more growth, so that's fine. So we came to this beautiful park to just enjoy the afternoon, and it's so beautiful, it's so green, and there are people just sitting down everywhere under the shades and enjoying themselves. There is a children park too. So the number one reason why I think marriages don't last is because people don't adequately prepare for marriage these days. You'll see that people prepare for every other thing in life. Like if you want to write an exam, you go all night, you read like 247. If you have an interview, you prepare like no man's business. But when it comes to marriage, people are just like, we'll wing it. Like people just feel like, oh, I love this person, he loves me too, and that is all that matters. And I keep saying that, you know, love is not enough when it comes to marriage. People don't think about the commitment that it takes to make a marriage work. And when they get into it and they see that, oh, this is not going my way, they're just like, you know what, we move.
Yeah, so you have to prepare for marriage just like you prepare for every other thing.
Yeah.
You prepare your finances, you prepare your mind. Such preparations are very important.
Okay, so let me ask you, when you were single, before you met me, what were the things that you were doing to actively prepare yourself for marriage?
I don't see marriage as a project. I just live my life normally. I grow every day, prepare myself every day. And I've never really sat down and said, okay, let me now prepare myself for marriage. No.
Okay, so for somebody like you, it might not be something that you consciously did, because I would like to say that you have always lived right? So your life was like in a trajectory that seemed right for any other thing to happen. Like you had the right foundations. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Do you understand what I mean? And because you know, you had a good example of marriage. I mean, your parents have a good marriage. So many people don't have great examples, and with that mindset, they come into their own marriage like that, without, you know, properly preparing. And I mean, everything just scatters at the end of the day. Do you understand?
I understand.
So the number two reason I think marriages don't work these days is finances. Yup.
When I say finances, I'm not even talking about the lack of it. I'm talking about like the mismanagement of the finance available.
And money is important because you need money to do life.
Yeah.
You need to feed yourselves, and that's money. And when children start coming, then you need real money. So money is always very important. In fact, for a person getting married, you should be sure that you have at least a source of income, something that, if not from the husband, from the wife, at least a source of income. Otherwise, it's going to put a lot of unnecessary pressure on the marriage.
Yeah. And I always say, before you decide to come together with one person, these are one of the things that you look out for. How does he manage his funds? How does she manage finance? What is her attitude to money? You know, these little things are the things that would help you to decide whether you can spend the rest of your life with this person or not. Another thing is infidelity. And this one, it goes without saying. For so many people, it is a deal breaker. But I'm going to ask my husband this question. How do you know you will never cheat in a relationship?
Well, infidelity, cheating in relationship or not cheating is a choice. It's not something that you said, I know I will never cheat. There's nothing like that. Even though people say that, but the truth is, when it comes to relationship, it's your decision. You make a decision to stay faithful regardless of the odds, and that's how it works. It's not something that you put in place and then once that is in place, then you will never cheat. There's nothing like that. You will always be exposed to elements and circumstances, but your decision to hold on is what will break or make the relationship.
Yeah. And I think it is that commitment that people don't have. People that step out of their marriage, it is that commitment, it is that decision to say that, you know what, I'm with this person, with this one person, and it is this one person till death do us part. People don't know, people don't have self-control, right? People don't have self-control, and people don't think they need to.
But then there are some issues that you should just leave the marriage. There are some times like that.
What do you mean? Explain.
Okay, so I said that there are some times where it is safer for you to leave in quotes. I'm not saying divorce, leave that marriage for a while. Yeah, some cases it's just safer. In places of abuse, physical abuse.
Yeah.
Once there is physical abuse, for safety of life, it is always better that you just leave for a while, because many people have lost their lives because of domestic violence, and most of the time it's not always intentional. Like maybe there is a little disagreement and the woman pushes the husband and the husband falls and hits his head against something hard, and that's it. Many cases like that, never intentional, but it happened. So whenever domestic violence is setting in, it's always a better idea to leave for a while, because your life is in jeopardy and anything can happen once there is violence.
Yeah, you can fight from outside or you can rebuild from outside. The most important thing is that you are alive. Another thing that I think is the cause is the relationship that people keep, or the friendship that people keep, right? So if you have friends that, you know, they don't mind doing these things, they don't mind, I mean, their commitment is not 100, and you are rolling with these people. The Bible says that evil communication corrupts good manners, right? There is an adage that says, show me your friends and I'll tell you, or show me your friend, I'll tell you who you are. That's like my mom's favorite adage when I was growing up. So if your friends are not giving 100 to their marriage and you are rolling with such people, trust me, sooner or later they will corrupt you. Yeah, the same way when you hang out with people that have working relationships, you know, people that have things going on well for their lives. The same way these things rub off on you is the same way the bad things will rub off on you when you hang out with such people, right? If you're married and you know what you want from marriage, be very picky with your relationships. Be very picky with relationships. Be concerned with who your friends are. Be interested. Be deliberate. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Be deliberate with who your friends are. You should know that, okay, this person can be my friend, this person cannot. And that's on period, right? You should have values that you look for in friendships and relationships. What do you think?
And this goes for both the husband and the wife, yeah, because it is important that both parties keep good friends that you are alike. You see what you like in their relationships. So those are the kind of people that we should keep as friends and as mentors. It's very important.
Another thing that I would like to talk about, which is like my last point, is accountability. Especially for us, right? Especially for people like us. I mean, we are new in marriage. We are not even experts in any way. We are very new. We are babies. But one thing that we know that will always keep us grounded is accountability. We have people that we are accountable to, and people don't think these things are important these days, right?
It is good you have someone that you know that your wife listens to if there's a need to talk to your wife, because sometimes she will not listen to you, well, because you are the husband anyway, and it goes vice versa. The husband will not listen to you because he's the husband. But there should be people that you can talk to, and they can talk to your husband or your wife for you, and very important. So
accountability is very important, and people downplay it a lot these days. Everybody is saying it's just two people in a marriage, which is very true. Two people in marriage, husband and wife, but you still need somebody that you are accountable to. Not everything. There are some things that you need to speak out. There are some things that you need to say out to somebody else. There are some things that somebody else should hear what is going on. And when you already have that person, that okay, this is the person that we report to in this relationship, it makes it easier. The person just keeps you in check. And when you're a Christian, of course, we know that a Christian should be this person as well. Somebody that is more spiritually grounded than you are. And it just makes everything easier. The last thing I would like to talk about is the impact of social media on marriages these days. I legit have a friend that was downcast, that was very downcast, sad when Megan Good and her husband broke up. And she was like, if these two people can break up, forget it, any marriage can break. And I'm like, what's that? Like, what's the meaning of that? Why would you say something like that? She was like, yeah, this were the perfect example. They were the perfect example of a Christian marriage, and they eventually broke up after 9 years. So it means that anything can break. Any marriage can break these days, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, that's nonsense. Like, you have just spoken from pure ignorance. You have spoken from, like, it's just trash, what you have just said. Number one, Megan Good and her husband, and her ex-husband, Franklin, I can't remember his name now. These people, you only know them on social media. You only know them on the internet. You have never met them. And chances are, you would never meet them. So why should they be your standard? And I used to say this thing a lot. There's so many good examples around you. Parents have been married for what? 35 years. And you don't think they are a good example for you to emulate after. You don't think they are a good example for you to pattern your marriage after or whatever. But you deem it fit, or you deem it good to take these people that you have never seen on social media as your mentor or as your role model. Then they break up. You are feeling very sad. You're like, and I think that mentality needs to change. What people show you on social media, like I say, is almost always not 100% accurate. People don't share their problems on social media. All these couple goals that you see on social media, when they're having a disagreement in their marriage, they don't come on social media to solve it. And that's the truth. They don't come on social media to say, oh, okay, come and help me to solve my problem. My wife is doing this. My husband is that. It is when everything is good and rosy. They come and, show you a picture and you're like, yeah, couple goals, relationship goals, blah, blah, blah. It just comes down to setting your priorities right and, putting what is important as important.
Marriages work. You just need to put in the work, and if you really want it to work, it will work.
That brings us to the end of this video. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Remember to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and also share your thoughts with me in the comment section. I would like to know what you think concerning this issue, and if you're married, if you're not married, let me know what you think in the comment section. So next time I come your way, I hope that you do well, and God bless you. Bye bye.